Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another episode of Talking Top Tier. I am your host, always doing the most, Tone the Boss. This week's special guest, it's a very special one. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Bo James.
Yes, sir. For sure.
Got Bo James in the building. My man's is from Des Moines, and he's very active in the Iowa music scene. And I'd like to introduce you, but I'll let you go ahead and talk about yourself a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So I'm Bo James, CEO, executive producers, executive director at Hip Hope Inc., but also CEO of Launchpad Global ENT, which does stand for Enterprises and Entertainment. Ooh. So, and just like you said, been active on the scene with a goal of turning Iowa's music scene into Iowa music industry.
Ooh,
so
okay.
Right now, it ain't really monetizing like it's supposed to. Mm-hmm. So I exist to erase the term starving artist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We host a thing in Des Moines every week called STALE. STALE stands for Starving Artists Let's Eat.
Let's eat, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Your career has gone stale. If you've been doing this for years and you ain't making money off of music, if you're not getting shows like that, if you're not touring, if you're not living the life, if you're not doing interviews like this should be an everyday thing. This should be your job. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not going that way, your career has gone stale. Come see me. I'm the plug.
Hey, so I've been here. You've been the plug for years, and unbeknownst to me, like I think we met last year. It might have been earlier this year.
Right,
I've been beginning of this year, but we've been connected to a lot of the same people. And one of the people that I recently connected with that I had no idea was connected to you at all, Lyrical out in Waterloo. Lyrical, yes. Yeah. He said you were part of making a big tour happen in his career where he was overseas.
Oh, yeah. We went to Thailand, 10-day tour.
That's
Thailand.
not an every person thing. That's not, I can't make that happen. How do you pull off things like that and connections? Like, what's your involvement and how did that come about?
Man, that really came about. Like, I didn't even set that up. It came from my partners, one of our partners with Hip Hop Literacy in Waterloo. I think they're based in Waterloo, but it's ran by a professor at UNI, Mr. Big shout out to Meech. And he had some plugs with international tours, and they had already took some kids to China for a tour, and then he called me up and asked if I wanted to take some kids to Thailand with him when they went for the national international folklore festival. Goes on every year. So, and it really goes on for like 30 days or something like that, but we had 10 days out of that leg.
Yeah,
and it was awesome. And then turned around, and it was then we got invited to Hungary. We got invited back to China. So Meech was that dude, and just having that relationship and being ready just really jumped all that off.
Yeah. How long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music since I was in 4th grade.
Okay.
So started with trumpet, playing trumpet.
Yeah.
And I really didn't like trumpet after my first day practicing at home, because my dad was like, man, you know how much I pay for this trumpet, right? So
that's all right.
Quitting is not an option.
Not at all.
And
you're going to learn this.
You have to practice 2 hours every day after homework. So that took away all my playtime and all that stuff. So, man, I did not like that trumpet. But what it did do, and coming up, even when I was in high school, if you would have told me that I'd be doing music for the rest of my life, I probably would have beat you up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, because I was on the Junior Olympic boxing team. I played football. You know what I'm saying? So, but my real dream was to be a lawyer, attend the University of Iowa. Ever since I was 6 years old, I wanted to attend Iowa. And be a lawyer like my aunt. And so when I, after playing trumpet for a while and all that practice, I kind of a prodigy type thing, you know what I'm saying? So junior high school, got invited to. You heard the song "Don't Worry, Be Happy."
Yeah, I love
right?
the song.
I'm not on that song, but I'm on 3 songs that are on that album.
Oh,
Like playing
okay.
my trumpet. When
Wow.
I was like in 5th grade or something like that, 5th, 6th grade.
What?
Yeah, and so, and then shortly after that, I was out of the whole nation. I don't know if you're familiar with Wynton Marsalis, but he's one of the biggest trumpet players. So you got Miles Davis, and then you have to say Wynton Marsalis.
Oh,
You get what I'm
okay.
saying?
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah.
so, but at the time, he was the band leader on the Tonight Show. So out of the whole nation, he picked me to mentor, and so they invited me out. I went to the show, all that stuff. Got
The
to see
Tonight
the
Show?
set. Yeah, I got to see the set, all that stuff. Sit through the show, but when I came home, I didn't follow up with him because I hated the trumpet. You know, I didn't know what I had. I mean, if I had
Yeah.
known now,
The doors
man, I
that
would've
instrument
definitely-
open for you.
Right. And so, you know, but I stayed. I had to stay with it until I graduated high school. So I was in jazz band, marching band, all that stuff, all kinds of accolades doing that. But later it paid off because I understood music theory.
Yeah.
I understood music language. I understood the power of music and how it can influence and really conjure spirits
Yeah.
that you have control over. You get what I'm saying? And so when I realized stuff like that, I just, you know, I had to come to terms that me and music, I am music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's never going to go away. If I wasn't making any money or anything like that, I'd still be doing it. So why don't I just do it
Yep.
and make money?
Exactly.
You know
Why
what I'm
not?
saying? So that's really how we ended up here. I mean, we went through a stint. I was in a 4-man singing group, junior high school. I mean, from a junior in high school. So my junior and senior year, we had like a glee club type
Okay.
thing, right? So
Okay.
we was a 4-man singing group competing with Boys to Men, Jodeci, people like that.
Oh, okay.
And so we ended up getting noticed by George Clinton and the Funkadelics. So George Clinton wanted to manage us. We go to Detroit for 18 weeks to record with them. Like our studio time was from midnight to 8 in the morning every day for 18 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And the overall experience was just, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, never have, never will, all that. And I just seen a lifestyle that I just wasn't down with. And the music wasn't all that. They kept the best music for themselves. And they stole one of my songs. I'm letting them know.
Hey, we got a hot take here.
Yeah,
The George
so-
Clinton band
Yeah.
that stole
But,
from Mo James, y'all.
Yeah, but that is what introduced me to the music business. Because when we first showed up there, we knew nothing about the business. And I didn't care to know nothing about the business. I literally didn't. I was all about the fringe benefits because I was like, put me in front of the girls. You ain't got to give me no money. I'll go get my money. You know what I'm saying? I'll go
Right.
get everything I want.
Yeah.
Just give me a crowd full of girls.
Yeah.
Because I was the bass dude, so I'd be like, hey, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
So, but we would, you know, we would talk to them about certain things, and and I just kept realizing how much we didn't know that we really need to know. And by the time we left, man, I was thoroughly convinced that I'd rather be on the business side than the artist side. I'd rather be George Clinton
Yeah.
than be anyone else because they literally worship him out there in Detroit. And I mean, everyone worshiped him. When we was in his studio, we met every legend that has ever come out of Detroit, and every single one of those people revered George Clinton. So I wanted to be him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Came home, couldn't do music with them because again, if it didn't make good music for us, our stuff was not funky. If we used to play you the songs that we made with George Clinton and Funkadelics, y'all would have been like, no way, because it just wasn't funky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it didn't make sense to me, but it made sense to the group. So me and the group parted ways, and I was stuck to think like, okay, if this didn't work with George Clinton, was it meant to be? Was it really meant to be? You get what I'm saying? And that's when I asked myself, do I love this? And that's when I pictured myself 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? Sitting, singing in the shower, or just out on a mountain, solo, playing my trumpet into the wind. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, I would be doing that. Yeah. So might as well stick with it, monetize it, and make a living doing what I love to do, because I'm too lazy to work. So if you love your job, you never work a day in your life.
I love it. I love it. So how does that transition to you starting Hip Hope, and what's the other?
Yeah, Launchpad Global,
Launchpad
EMT. Which started out, Launchpad Global started off Launchpad DMI. And DMI is Des Moines, Iowa, so big shouts out Des Moines, Iowa. And I got to give you shouts out, because when you said Des Moines, you didn't say Des Moines.
It's not plural, huh?
Right. But it was Launchpad DMI, and it was a label and all that type of stuff. We did artist development, had the studio, one of the most popping studios in the city, and all that stuff. And like literally everyone from all sides was recording at my studio in my house. And when I say all sides, I mean the Bloods and the Crips and the G's and the Vice
that's
Lords
what you meant.
you know what I'm saying? And the gospel and the jazz.
I know you meant diversity, but I didn't think it was diversity in that world.
Yeah. And so literally, man, they beefing on tracks.
Oh, Lord.
And literally passing each other up on my sidewalk type thing. And I'm nervous that something's going to pop off.
So what were you, Switzerland? You were just a place where, hey, we don't do that here?
Yeah, man. And it was just understood. Like, I never had to, you know what I'm saying, like lay down the law or nothing like that. It was just understood. And yeah, man, but I loved everybody and they loved me. And again, it goes back to my appreciation for the power of music. Like, that really taught me a lot. And so because I understood that power, another thing that I learned was, again, 80% of my clientele were street cats. And there were some that would call me at 3, 4 in the morning, like, Bo, let me get in the studio, like, right now, man. I need to come to the studio. And you know, however much I need to pay, I don't care, da-da-da-da. But I know that if I don't go to the studio right now, somebody gonna die tonight.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? And they be like, and they'll keep it real. They'll say, it might be somebody else, and it might be me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So can I come to the studio? So, and when they would come to the studio, there you go.
Ooh, okay.
And it was a therapy. You know what I'm saying? I call it the couch, the sofa versus the studio. You know what I'm saying? They say that African American males don't really want to admit their mental health challenges and things like that. Right. But that's what hip hop's all about, man. It's a cry for help.
It's an expression.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It literally is, man. And so, and you're not gonna get no black man to admit to anything other than just push and record on a microphone. And so they would come in, and too many times I had to push stop on the record, because I would have to turn to him and be like, man, you making me an accessory right now, man. You know we're recording this right now, man. What's going on?
Everything?
Yeah, I mean, you're not changing the names. You're not changing the location. Dog, you know what I'm saying? You giving intimate details.
Still out. Let's keep it that way.
Exactly. And then it would all be in a freestyle, and it'd be dope. But man, dude, like I said, if that's what you want to do, but don't take me down.
Exactly.
Don't make me an accessory.
Like, what you know? I didn't record. I walked away. I had my headphones in.
Exactly. And so, but just understanding that and experience and all that is what made me choose to start Hip Hope, and it really guides our approach to what we do, because we say hip is giving youth a voice, hope is optimism for the future. So we just turn on the microphone, and where most people would do like a formal assessment and have you filling out paperwork to establish your profile and things like that. Yeah. Man, I just let them record, or I let them write some poetry. I just let them express. We call our studios Articulate Express Studios. Ooh, so that we just allow them to express, and then we listen and observe with the intent to understand. And then we kind of guide them from there, but we meet them where they're at. You know what I'm saying? The one thing that's unique about ours is our expressions that our kids do or produce. They are observed by mental health therapists, sociologists, and stuff like that. And we we refer to their professional opinion on how we should approach or how we should support these kids that we work with. And it's been going well for the last 8 years. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. And so right now, I know of two artists that you manage.
Yes.
Can we talk about it?
Yeah. I hate the word manage.
Okay. Let's talk about that first.
Okay, let's define me and my people's terms of manage. Okay. Babysit.
Oh,
I'm not a babysitter, man.
That's what we calling it.
But I do consult, man, and like I said, and sometimes that consulting forces me to take on a management role.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And until I can help them find someone who can manage them efficiently and sufficiently, then I will gladly fill in on that role as long as they're coachable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As long as they're coachable. But
emphasis on that coachable.
Right.
I hear what you're saying, but let me try it my way that hasn't been working for the last 10 years.
Thank you. Like, what do you need me for? If you're gonna do you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I tell them, I'm literally just a GPS. You come to me, tell me where you're trying to go. Ooh. I've been there, so I'm not going to make you do anything. Just like the GPS doesn't make you go left. He just says go. If you want to get to where you said you wanted to go, take a left. Take a right. Avoid the traffic. You know what I'm saying? We'll even have a talk. Do you want the quickest route? Do you want the scenic route? Do you want, you know what I'm saying? Do you want the lucrative route or do you want the fast track? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, that's what we do, and yeah, big shout outs to Cole Saint and Andre Luce. You know what I'm saying? We just got back from BET Hip Hop Awards in Atlanta. Man, they did like 7 red carpet events. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? And it went really well. They did their thing with the Coalition DJs at Stankonia Studios. You know what I'm saying? And got great feedback. Great feedback. So we're about to turn everything up a notch because we just went and we got certified by the people who's going to be pushing them to #1 status.
Nice, you know nice. I'm super excited to have them. They both submitted for the Iowa Music Awards.
Good, finally.
Right. I'm most excited about my academy. Which includes Andre Williams from Universal. We have Adam Murphy from Midwest Mixtapes. We got Juan Vasquez out in Davenport. We got people from all over, but I'm super happy and honored that we was able to secure you and get you as an Academy member. Let me get the applause going.
Word. Well, all right. For sure.
So we'll get into the music awards a little bit. One of the questions that I tend to ask everybody that's even artists or photographers and especially the Academy members is, why do you feel that Iowa needs a music awards ceremony?
Because Iowa needs motivation. You know, Iowa needs recognition. It does need acknowledgement, but it also, Iowa needs a goal, a realistic, tangible goal, because at the end of the day, Iowa needs an industry standard, and it has to align with the industry as a whole. But when you go to New York, they do business different than California. California does business different than Texas and so forth. You know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth. So in Iowa, we need to establish that. You know, and what is our standard? What is our sound? What is our culture of music in general? Not just hip hop, but our rock, our metal, our jazz, our Americana. I mean, what people a lot of people don't know is that Iowa was the standard for jazz and blues back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We've had a ton of people submitting and asking questions about blues and jazz, and I was like, oh, I didn't know we had such a scene out here. But
oh, yeah.
I've had at least 20 or so people reach out to me about blues and jazz, and I was like, I didn't know it was still, you know, where's our jazz or blues club out here anywhere in Iowa? Like, I'm looking for it. Like, tell me something.
Right,
like,
and like I said, one of my good people, Miss Serena Jane, she's the president of the Iowa Blues Society. And so, again, we have very intimate connections with all the genres, and but again, the challenge that all of them are having is that they can't monetize. I hate for an artist to tell me that he has a 9-to-5 job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to tell my cousin one time, phenomenal singer, gospel singer, and you know, I had to tell him, "You're the telephone man. You're not a singer. You're not a performer. You're the telephone man because you work at the telephone company, and you are at the telephone company more than you're doing music. People who do music only do music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like me, I've only been doing music since I was 18.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Really before that. Yeah. But I've never had a real job. Music is my solution. Yeah. Music is how I get money. This is how I get fed. This is how I get girls. This is how you know what I'm saying?
It works. it's my lifestyle.
Yeah. I use music when I get in trouble with my wife. I use music. Music is my solution all the way across the board. Yeah. And so, for people to, this music ain't working, I'll go work it anywhere. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because there's people who break off and go get great jobs in different places, but don't call yourself a music person then if your solution isn't music.
Ooh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I know that I am music. I don't just do music. I am music. You know what I'm saying? I've done everything professionally and got paid well off of almost every aspect you can think of in entertainment. Right. You get what I'm saying? Because I made a conscious decision and a very, very stern decision to make this my solution.
Yeah. So, and it's funny because, like, you know, music has been a big part of my life, all my life. When I started as a rapper, then I went into management and DJing, but I was scared to bet on it until the last couple years. Like, it really took me losing all the material stuff. Like, I had a really great career at GoDaddy. Like, I was making great money at GoDaddy, was there for 10 years. It gave me all the awards. Wow. I was like number 2 in the company out of company thousands of employees. But, you know, when things started crumbling down and my marriage at the time fell apart, I wanted to bet on me. I was like, you know, I feel like I lost everything that they told me I was supposed to have. I wanted to bet on me. So after betting on me and doing the music full time, like, it's so empowering, but it does take a lot of discipline. So
yes,
extreme. From you, I kind of want to know, because I can't be the person to tell everybody just bet on yourself. Like, I lost everything. I had to bet on me.
Right.
But from your perspective, to never really work a 9-to-5, how do you tell just a rapper, somebody that just wants to rap, how do you get them to flip that switch to transition to making music a business? What steps should they take?
First thing you got to ask yourself is, whatever opportunities come about, just ask yourself 2 questions. How much is it worth, and how much am I willing to pay? Right? And if the answer to the first question isn't priceless, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Every opportunity that comes to you that relates to your music, you got to know. Again, you got to know that you know that you know. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
no one could turn me off. Like, my parents, I had that conversation with my parents. Oh, get a real job. This music stuff ain't, you know. Yeah. And but there's hundreds, maybe thousands of hustles within the music industry. Just like you said, it's everything from IT
yep.
to engineering to sound, to promoting,
Yeah.
to managing,
All of it.
to producing.
You're
You know what I'm
describing
saying?
me.
To composing. That's what I'm saying. There's too many ways to make money
Yeah.
to not do this.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I can understand not being able to do it in Iowa though. That's why I say we need an industry.
Yeah.
Our DJs don't get paid like they do in the other cities simply because people don't really budget for a DJ because they're not forced to
don't
budget
have to.
for a DJ. Yeah, they can
There's
just
not a-
call and they can just wheel and deal
Mhm.
with a DJ, and the DJs they will sell each other out. I've seen it. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? They'll undercut.
Yep.
Yeah. And so when they you know, no one can make a living off of that if they know that they can always call and get a better deal. Now, you're not necessarily getting the best DJ, you're just getting the cheapest DJ.
Yep. Yep.
Sometimes you might look up and that cheapest DJ might be the best DJ
Yeah.
that you could have got, but you just cheated that DJ. You
Exactly.
get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
And
so
you cheated the other DJs that
There
are
you
working so
go.
hard, that are investing and have way better equipment than somebody that just shows up with just their laptop. And no offense to those
There you
DJs,
go.
but at the same time, I ride around with $4,000 worth of equipment.
There you
Should
go.
he be getting paid the same amount as me if he
No.
got $200 worth of equipment?
No.
Let's call it
No.
what it is.
Absolutely not. Like and literally I conceded to the legendary DJ. Shout out to Hollywood, Commando, Ism, all of them back in Des Moines, Chuck Fresh, and back in Des Moines because I started getting gigs DJing, and I was getting 4 times as much as this was back when they still had crates and literally did. You know, every 12-inch weighs a half a pound,
Mhm.
right? So I calculated that one time, man, and these DJs was carrying over
12-inch,
1,000 pounds worth of crates into the clubs and all that stuff. And literally, man, I don't even want to give the number and put them out there like that, but they were getting paid crumbs compared to what I was doing. And I tell people, don't even call me a DJ because I know DJs. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I be
But I'll
feeling.
come do the music.
Like I
you
know
what
how
I'm
to
saying?
I know how to work a room. I know how to play what
Yeah.
y'all vibing to, and I can blend them pretty decent.
There you go.
But when it comes to the Commandos, Brian Lee's, DJ
Yeah.
Verbatim out here, like they really know their equipment. They work it. They
break a
blend it.
sweat.
Yeah,
They break a
yeah.
sweat.
It's
You know
no
what I'm
sweat to
saying?
me. This is just
Exactly.
natural to me. This is me knowing people and connecting to people.
There you
so
go.
I don't feel like a DJ, but
Exactly.
I do it.
You know
I-
what I'm saying?
you
Yeah,
know,
I told her. I
there's
said, if you
1,000
got to
ways to
call
make
me a
money in
DJ,
music.
call me DJ Push Play, because I literally would just come in, dude. I would come in when you book me. I ask you how long the party gonna be.
Yeah.
Then I had a 5-disc CD changer, cause I would come with the mix already
Yes.
set.
Yes.
Dog, I'd be out on the
Did
dance
work.
floor dancing with your girl
Yeah.
while the music's playing, and I'm using the remote control to the 5-disc changer
Nice.
next song. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? I wasn't a DJ,
Yeah.
but you know, and I attempted to really team with them and really like be that one voice that people can reference if they wanted to get a DJ, so that the price could be consistent.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're getting exactly who you want, and it doesn't matter who you get, because there's no finagling the price, because you're not talking to them, you're talking to their representation.
Yep.
And so that it didn't last long. So it was crazy, but that's the solution. And like I said, we need an industry standard. If everyone's going to eat,
Yeah.
we need an industry standard. And the awards really, that's it. You have to adhere to a certain standard, or you don't even get considered, let alone win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So going back to your question, the awards gives everyone an excuse to be the best that they can be and live up to the best standard that they can possibly attain. You know what I'm saying? Especially with everyone who's on the panel and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's a serious. Well, I'm proud of you for pulling everyone in like that.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
fans
tough.
of all them fellas, and so and they're going to hold them to that.
Accountable.
Yes.
Accountability
Yes.
is there.
It's
And
key.
And yeah, that's the big thing for me is like, you know, you can have the numbers, you can have, you know, a million shows, but Do you have quality shows? Do you have quality music? Are your numbers quality? Because if you got 10 million streams and 2 music video plays, it's not adding up.
Yes.
If you got
Is it
100
making sense?
shows and you're doing a show every week at every single bar, but you're not on the big ones, you're not on the summer jams, when you brought Jacquees to Des Moines, are you not in the conversation? And why aren't you in the conversation? Why aren't you approaching these promoters? One thing that I definitely need you to say on this podcast, because I had a verbal back and forth the other day that normally I'm a very non-confrontational person. I don't care for it. Like, I'd rather people learn the hard way the way I had to learn it. But this time I was like, I think I'm going to say something. So, and it's something that I got from you that I really appreciate, want you to elaborate on. I got the text, and I'll let you just go where you go. I got the text that I don't do pay for play.
All right.
Can you please explain?
Yes. Oh, I couldn't wait to talk about this.
Thank you.
Okay. Look, if you're looking at it as pay to play, don't do it. Stay away.
Stay
if
home.
You're looking at it
Stay your
as
ass
pay
home.
to play, stay away, because it should be paid to play.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if we're giving people opportunities to, like, you should already have, for one, you should have a marketing budget, because you should be, what Jay-Z say, I'm not a businessman, I'm a business man. Every business has a marketing budget, period. They have a marketing department, therefore they should have a marketing budget. If you are a business, that's when you are prepared for opportunities like this. And so if you have any type of structure, man, and any type of team, just like, I'm going to tell you right now, Code Say Entree, they're out looking for sponsors they've already gotten paid off of this. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Yep. And so when you ask for the fee, man, it was already paid for. You know what I'm saying? They already had the money put up, and they're going to go get more money.
And it ain't gotta be your money.
And it should never be your money. OPM, other people's money. Like I said, sponsors, man, and supporters, not friends, fans, or family. Supporters. Find someone who can support you. $250 is 25 people giving you $10, or 10 people giving you $25. And if you ain't worth $25 to your people, I don't want to know you. I don't want to know that you exist. Like, for real. If you ain't worth $25 to your mama, hey, that tells you something, bro. It really does. If you ain't worth $25 to your girlfriend, your homeboy, they're trying to tell you something. They're like, because they'll take you to the bar and spend $25 on you.
Yep, exactly.
But when you mention music and they don't want to invest, that tells you everything you need to know.
Everything.
Go be the phone man. Mr. Telephone Man. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's paid to play. Like, most people that I know that would charge, they are, first and foremost, they're telling you this is what it's worth, right? And again, you got to ask yourself, what is it worth and what am I willing to pay? If it's not priceless to you, then don't do it. You're not ready for that opportunity.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you getting the marketing and the promotion and the cross promotion with that, then dude, don't do it. Stay out of the way. You're in the way. Literally.
Thank you.
If you're not, if that's not what you're doing it for. Yeah. But most people will say you get some tickets to where you make a profit off of it.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Most people will say you'll get all this advertisement that you would have paid more than this fee for. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and run the Facebook ads to people you'll never meet that's not going to click and listen to your music, or enter a music environment of people that already support local artists.
Yes.
Like, so one of the things that I'm marketing right now is the Iowa Music Awards tour. And there is a fee. I've never said, and I do free shows. I do a lot of free shit.
Right.
This one, there's a fee, but I give you so much shit. It's so much more than just, your 15 minutes of fame. It's, you get your submissions, you get T-shirts. I got the meet and greet set up with Dre where you can meet with an A&R that has Grammys and plaques, and the people that's in the room. But also, you're not going to go and set up a show in Dubuque, Iowa.
Thank you.
You don't have people in Burlington yet.
Exactly.
This is the opportunity to make that. You don't have fans in these cities yet.
Yeah.
So come be a part of something where I bring the headliner who is somebody from that city. You know what?
Yes.
That person doesn't have to pay because they're going to bring the audience.
Exactly.
They're going to bring the crowd. They're going to show up and show out. Yeah. But the people that had no other prior, I got to pay for the venue. I got to pay for staff. I got to pay for gas.
Exactly.
I'm DJing, so I ain't got to pay a DJ, but I charge a little something to DJ.
Exactly.
And so, you're getting all this, and then hey man, $100. Well, I don't pay to play.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. No,
right.
what you're saying is what you're saying is you don't have $100. You know what I'm saying?
And
that's what you're saying. That's really what you're saying. And that's what I'm saying. Cool, they can profit off of the tickets.
I sell these tickets up front?
Thank you.
Yeah, work with me. Have
It's
a conversation.
Profit.
Like
yes.
I get the game.
Exactly.
And then the game that I'm doing ain't. I've never sold drugs, but it's not much different.
Exactly.
Slang these tickets. Holler at me to re-up. I give you the tickets at half price. You sell it for double. You come back. This is your job. Yes. We have the answer, Sway.
Exactly. And that's and again, for people who don't understand that, this is not for them. Yeah. It's just not for them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing
sir, you're
personal.
Still level 2. We're doing level
there
10
you
shit.
go.
When you get to level 5, you'll start to understand. Like, damn, I paid for a venue myself, and no one showed up. I'd paid $1,000. I should have paid them that $100, and they already had all the people.
Thank you. And just like when you were speaking on going and speaking to A&Rs, man, how much money have we spent going and seeing A&Rs, man? You know what I'm saying? So just the plane ticket, just the hotel stay.
Yeah.
The
by
food,
the way, I'm paying for that to get
the ground
this man
transportation.
out here.
Right. You get what I'm saying?
It all costs.
So it would have cost if they wanted to go to his office. Mm-hmm. It would have cost them 3-4 times as much. They would have paid 2 times as much just for the plane ticket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Because you're going to bring somebody. I hope you bring your cameraman. Don't do it and don't leave with nothing. Come on,
that's what I'm saying, dog. And that, dude, I'm telling you, I'm going to put it out here right now, is like what I really want. I want to be able to give artists like music licenses, just like you have a driver's license. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
You need to be qualified
so that people, and it's like someone who has a driver's license versus a CDL versus the different levels of a CDL, right?
Yeah.
And so,
sir, you are Class C.
Yeah,
you don't get to talk to the A&Rs yet.
Exactly, and that way, your music program directors, your promoters, and your people who actually offer opportunities, they know who they're talking to, because. Anyone who tells you that is wasting their time, but worse, the biggest sin is that they're wasting your time. Mm-hmm. And we all know that time is the only thing you can't get back. That's the only thing I take personal. It's worth way more than money.
Yep, I will sit my ass down for free versus take a little bit of money to do something I don't want to do anymore.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
And people just trying to talk to you about pay to play. Like I said, that's broke conversation, man. It's broke conversation. And
I thought you were farther in your career. That's going to be my response next time.
Because who doesn't do it? Jay-Z never paying to play. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so if your top people do it, it'll never go away.
You're above Jay?
What are you
above
doing?
Jay?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And hey, go ahead and run with that if you want, but just do it over there.
Yeah,
way over there.
That way. You say stay out the way. I say stay home. Go away. You're in the way of the people. Like the fact that I've even called you and had a conversation with you is like, bro, that 10 minutes of going back and forth, I can talk to somebody like, oh, bam, ready. That's it. That, it's people that respond that way. Oh, that's all? Exactly. Bro, I know you paying for A, B, C, and D. Hey, bro, if I can get it from a bunch of places, I'd be happy to break even. Probably won't, but be happy to break even. And if we do what we're supposed to do, if everybody do what they're supposed to do, everybody should eat.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Exactly.
And I make it easy.
Exactly. More than easy, man. Like I said, you've been over backwards because you know me. I would charge them way more.
Right.
Way more. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, and this is to represent your home state. You know what I'm saying? And if this is to represent your genre, and this is to represent your clique and your brand and all that stuff. Again, if you can't go make money off of that, come see me. I'll show you how to do it, man. Because if you can't see money in that, your career has gone stale. Starving artists, let's eat. Because, like I said, because what they're absolutely correct on is they shouldn't be spending their own money to do it. But when you go and find sponsors to take care of it, when you go and you get endorsements, when you go and you just get support from your supporters, then, like I said, it wouldn't be an issue. So literally, when people say, try to make that argument, that's what they're telling me. Like, you don't have an infrastructure, period.
You are a level 1 or level 2 artist.
This is not for you.
We're
See
at
you on the other side.
Here.
And it's nothing personal. No. It's just that's just where you at. You know what I'm saying? They don't again, when they look at your driver's license and they look at the test and they look at the standards that you laid out. Based off of these standards, we got to give you a pass or a fail or an advanced. You know what I'm saying? So, but paid to play. If it's not paid to play, go back to the phone company.
You heard it here first. Artists, y'all got to invest in yourselves. Promoters invest and take risk. And if you don't see that, just be a promoter. Just try this. Try this job. Hey, you know what? Don't pay me. Let me pay you. You do the show. You get security. You get staff. You buy the flyers. You do the online ads. You organize everything. You hire the DJ. And I will gladly pay you to do my job.
Period.
Please.
Period. Because anyone who does it, they'll appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And those types of conversations, I do. It's sad that it has to be said, but I've had to say this to so many people this week. Just this week. I say it every week. But just this week already is you have the wrong clientele. You're talking to the wrong people. You get what I'm saying? And unfortunately, in the state of Iowa, there's not that many people on that level. So if you would have came to me last year saying that, I was like, nope, never, no. Not in Iowa. They're not ready for it yet. But we've seen, me and you just together have seen enough people, you know what I'm saying, that really do deserve this.
Absolutely.
And those others need to stay out the way.
Something else that you said tonight, actually, that I love, because I've been telling my artists, because, they always say, oh, it's not who you know, it's what you know. I'm like, nah, it's not what you know, it's who you know, but what you know. It's who you know who gets you in the room, what you know keeps you in that room. You said something even doper tonight that I'm going to have to steal, but I will credit you for it. What was it?
Yeah, we travel. I got my man, shout out Chase right here. He's the one that broke me into the industry, introduced me to all the power players. And but now we go everywhere. We sit on panels and all that stuff. And someone told me I'm literally get paid to say what I'm about to say, which is, you got to, how is it? It's not about who you know. It's about who knows you. It's about who knows you. If you go to make any type of deal, you know what I'm saying? When you walk in the door, would you rather them say, oh, what's your name again? Or be like, hey, that man, we've been waiting, man, come on, man, sit down. What do you want to drink? You know what I'm saying? Or I seen you just the other day, man. We was kicking it off. Remember we was at the strip club eating calamari, watching Chase over there. But that's an experience.
I was just about to say, it sounds like it's based on a true story.
That was based on a true story. But yeah, it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you, period, in this game, because it's all about relationships. This man told me that. It's all about relationships, man. Y'all want contacts? Go to Google. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all want relationships, because that's what closes the deal, period. At the end of the day, it's a relationship. And if you are not working toward building those relationships, you're not working toward longevity. You know what I'm saying? Because you won't get the respect. You won't get and therefore you won't get the money, the checks that reflect the respect. Woo, the checks that reflect the respect.
Oh, we got some bars.
Woo.
Should I throw a beat on? Yeah. Five Fingers of Death in here. We gonna play some different beats. Both gonna drop some bars.
No.
I love it, man. I love it. You drop some gems tonight. You know, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. I'm a definitely use that and shout you out every time I do use that. Also, we're not trying to make an Iowa music scene anymore. We're making an Iowa music industry.
Perfect.
I like that. That's definitely something that I think me and you really connected on. Is we're building a culture. We are creating the Iowa music culture, and I think we're the right people to be a part of it. That's why I had you a part of the academy. So now we get to have a little bit of fun.
All right.
Are you ready? We're gonna start with something new before we get to our this or that. Look, now I gotta charge my phone. We might not get to do this or that. We're gonna have fun though. So we're gonna do something new.
Okay.
We're gonna go top 5. So you're gonna give me your number 5. I'll give you mine. We'll talk about it, and then we'll go up. This week for top 5, we're gonna go top 5 performers.
Yes. All right. After great consideration,
this is how you spend the talk too when we make our decisions. After great consideration,
I will have to say my number 5. Now there's a whole lot. My list is probably 50.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But my number 5 would be Jerry Lee Lewis. A lot of people don't know Jerry Lee Lewis, but this is a white dude, played guitar. He would set the guitar on fire. He'd play the piano with his feet.
Jerry Lewis is Great Balls of Fire, right?
Yes, goodness gracious.
Great Balls of Fire.
Yes, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So he transformed that instrument. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because up until then, you had Bach and Beethoven now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but he also inspired people like Little Richard and other people like that. You get what I'm saying? So that definitely he has to be on my list.
Okay, before you get to number 4, I'm gonna give you my number 5.
Okay.
So you're gonna go back a little bit farther than I am.
Yes.
But I'm still, and I'm probably just naming people that I've seen. But my number 5 is Jay-Z. Have you seen Jay-Z in concert?
Yes, I have.
So he brings out all the antics. Like it's unreal for rap. It is a rock concert, but he is a hip hop artist.
Yes.
And so when I went to see him in just Minnesota, he brought out Timberland. It was just amazing. Like it was just the fire, the pyros, like all that. We're in the Minnesota Vikings arena. Like it
Target
was just
Center.
Man, it was absolutely amazing, mind blowing, and I never thought of seeing that with hip hop. And I feel like everybody that is a hip hop artist needs to see Jay-Z perform. That way you aren't just holding the mic, just sitting there like, we got to do better. We got to do a little bit more than that. This man is killing it, and he's not running around like crazy. He's stationed, he's moving, but everything is strategic.
Right.
Everything has been thought out and it's intentional. So yeah, Jay-Z is my number 5.
Okay, I can't argue with that.
Okay, let's go to number 4.
So my number 4 is James Brown.
Woo!
Great James Brown.
I definitely considered putting James Brown on my list.
Oh yeah, he gotta be. He gotta be.
Yeah. The dance moves, the split in the middle of the set, the hollering.
Band,
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
He definitely transformed what our performances are today and the industry.
That's what I'm saying. He inspired the greatest. He inspired my top 2.
The next coming up. Okay. So my number 4 will actually be Lil Wayne. And I think that's it for rappers in my head. I saw Lil Wayne perform probably 3 times now. But when I first seen him in Chicago, he had just dropped a mixtape like the day before that went crazy. So I didn't expect him to do any of those songs. When he did the hardest songs on there, that I'm a ride, like the entire arena knew it. And I'm like, it's been out 24 hours. Number 1, I'm surprised he's even doing it. But for 50,000 people to know the words word for word already, like, bro, I just heard it today for the first time. And I kind of know some of the words, but to see him doing it bro, he had his live band, and that was the first time I started seeing rappers with live bands do their instruments, and that transcended things for me. But he was doing all the running back and forth around the stage, dumping the water on him, jumping in the crowd, ripping his t-shirt off. When you think it's over, and then he comes back, he rises from the middle of the stage. Like, it was the most amazing rap performance I never expected to see. And it was so nice. Had to see it twice, and he killed it the second time with a completely different set. Still had the live band, but he still did all completely different music, new, old, throwbacks, hits, classics, and he's just, yeah, that's my number 4. That's my number 4.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard. Again, I cannot argue. Okay. My number 3 is MC Hammer. If you ever seen his show, he was, dog. His shows were electric. It was like a circus, man. It was, man, his shows, it by far is, like I said, top 3 shows I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And, I mean, just consummate. You could just tell that the rehearsals must have been grueling type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
this was
like,
not
man,
fun for these people.
Right. Like, man. But man, it was one of the most entertaining. I seen it in Ames. Okay. As a matter of fact, it was like my second concert that I ever went to. So this was like probably early '90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MC Hammer. Yeah. And I mean, it's got.
And I mean, and he had
something from the early '90s that had that impression on you. Had to been.
Oh man, there was a time where he probably had 70, 80 people on stage, all performing and dancing.
What?
Dude, it was amazing.
So when they say that, like, Hammer went broke because he was paying everybody and giving, I mean, if he had 70, 80 people on stage, and you on a worldwide tour, that's a lot of mouths you feeding right there.
And a lot of them was living with him. You know what I'm saying? In that big old mansion he had. So yeah, man, he's but dude, by far, I mean, the only place where he messed up is when he challenged the man. So we won't say the man.
Let me go to my number 3. And yeah, I feel like you're giving the older generation, I'm giving the newer.
Exactly.
My number 3 is Chris Brown. Have you seen Chris Brown before?
Yeah.
That man can dance. Yes. He is doing flips. He is that, like, it's like, bro, you ain't even got to do all that. Like, I would hate for somebody to go after him. Like, what do you do after doing all that? Like, that's too much. That is just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, he does it all. I respect it because not only are you doing all that dancing, you're carrying these notes. Like, you really have to train yourself vocally to be able to still continue to breathe and not go hoarse while flipping, while dancing, while going crazy. Like, and then the choreography is just nuts.
He's the absolute truth.
Yeah. So that's my number 3. Who do you got for number 2 on your list?
Michael Jackson.
Number 2?
Yes.
What?
Michael Jackson. Look, my man put his hands up. But when I say number 1, it'll make sense. But Michael Jackson is my number 2. But dog, he's the king. He is.
How is the king not 1?
Because
there's no other number for a king. What are we saying?
Because dog. Okay, and so go ahead and say your number 2.
Okay, I gotta get through this. My number 2 is Usher. I seen him. He's amazing. He dances. You know who my number 1 is.
He's an honorable mention. He didn't make my top 5. But
Usher didn't crack the top 5.
He's in my top 10. Him and Chris Brown are in my top 10.
I'm skipping past me because I need to know what your number 1 is.
Prince. Prince is my number 1. Prince does all the dancing and all everything that Michael Jackson does, but he plays instrument. Michael Jackson never played an instrument. Prince did what Michael Jackson did with a guitar. Dog, but Prince is the instrument, though. Man, Prince dog, is dude.
I did see him one time play basketball during and hit threes. Like, I did see that. That is pretty fucking amazing.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. And that's what I'm saying. That's the only thing that gives Prince the edge, though, is because, like I said, he can dance, and he had his own original type of dancing, just like Michael Jackson did. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They could both sing, and they can give you every genre there is. Give you a spectacle on the stage, all of that. But Prince would pull out them guitars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Never seen Michael Jackson with a guitar. You never seen him with an instrument. You know
So,
what I'm saying?
so if there's one concert that you can go to and it's Michael Jackson or Prince, who are you going to?
and had to be one or
Has
the
to be
other.
one or the other, this or that.
I would go to Michael Jackson because I never seen Michael Jackson
You
live.
don't
I seen, but I
disrespect the man.
seen Prince though. I mean, hey,
You see this, right?
but I seen Prince. You get what I'm saying? With a lot of like I could let y'all know, like my cousin is for one, Prince is my cousin on my mother's side.
Oh,
But-
okay. That explains it all.
But his manager, who got him his first record deal, is my cousin on my father's side.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so I
So this
I
was a
used to
political
sit.
answer.
What a
No,
lot
I'm
of people
just
don't know, man, is Doug. He was always in Des Moines. He is in Des Moines a whole lot back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my cousin who's from Des Moines, it was his manager. And they used to rehearse. I remember sitting and watching them rehearse in my cousin's living room. You know, that they converted to a showroom or whatever.
Prince?
But, yeah. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to my cousin, Mr. Tony Winfrey.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, man, so I've seen him. I just never seen Michael Jackson live.
That's why.
You know what I'm saying?
that
And
was your order.
I want to see it. So if I had to, I would go there because I see Prince a lot. You know?
Okay. Well, that was our top 5. I gave you one this or that was really good and interesting. Bo James, are you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on. I'll just give you my Facebook though. You can go to Bo James on Facebook.
That's it, just Bo James.
Yep,
Okay.
Bo James.
One and only. Okay. You're not on Instagram. You're not on the Twitter.
Well, my nonprofit is on Instagram, which is Hip Hope Inc.
Okay.
And then we're on Twitter. We're on all that under Hip Hope Inc.
Okay.
But I'm not a real social media cat, man.
Okay.
I'm not
So then,
too many
how do
thumb
people
thugs.
reach you? How do like I said, I'm that starving artist. Let's
They don't.
eat. I'm trying to eat.
They don't. They don't reach me.
You have
They
your
call
time.
you, or they call Entree,
Yep,
or
yep.
they call
That-
Cosate, and y'all vet them
That's
because
how I got
I'm
you.
not
Yep,
trying to run into
Entree.
those
Yep,
not pay to play
yep.
conversations.
Yep.
I'm beyond that. There was a time where I was intentionally patient. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew that we were nurturing scene into an industry.
Yeah.
But now I've found like it's funny, like my artists will tell you, man, that I've been working with for just the last 2-3 years, that I've probably been through 200-300 artists. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, at least.
Woo.
You get what I'm saying?
I want to get to that number.
Yeah, man, and that's what I'm saying. I cut it short, man.
Yeah,
I cut it short now because, like I said, I can spot you from a mile away. You get what I'm saying? I can tell from your conversation, like, because where I'm at, I don't talk music. I talk business.
Right.
It's called the music business. I know that if you make it to me, your music must be good because you, like I said, you were vetted.
Yeah, exactly.
You were
Yeah,
vetted, so
yeah,
your music
yep.
must already be good.
Exactly.
You're just trying to figure out a way to monetize it, and I'm the one that helps you get to that money. Period.
Hey, I
That's
like
that's
that.
what I do.
like that.
If I can't get you to the money, I'm wasting both of our time.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. Like, and when you have artists who are trying to, yeah, but listen to this song and tell me what you think and da 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 da. Man, hey, I can sell anything.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? I
Don't even
want
need to be good at this point. That's not,
Right,
Being
exactly.
good isn't even a industry standard anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you
You know what I'm
marketable?
saying?
Do you have a budget?
Yeah, that's it. That's it, man. And like I said, and it's not even like, see, and that's really where I'm different, is you don't even have to come to me with, I help you develop the budget.
Yep.
I help you develop. I don't care. You can tell me whatever budget it is. I can help you build that budget up.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I don't care if it's $10. I don't care if it's $10,000. I don't care if it's $100,000. I can help you raise that. Starving artists, let's eat. You get what I'm saying? That's real. Like, and again, I don't know anybody else in the industry that'll tell you that they'll help you get your budget.
Yeah, right.
That they'll help you develop your budget. I'll
Yeah,
literally,
they're saying, "Come
if
to me
that's
with
what
the
you're
budget."
really trying to do, then I can help you get to that bread.
We're going to be having a conversation after this. I am currently starving and an artist.
Yes.
Let's eat.
Let's eat. Let's eat, man. Thanksgiving.
Awesome. You know?
Ain't Thanksgiving coming up? Thanksgiving, bro.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
All right, bro. I've stolen an hour of your time. I hope you feel like it was worth it. I had
Oh,
a blast.
definitely, bro. You know, man, I'm your biggest fan because
Thank you.
hey, you know the song I'm trying to hear before I leave, too.
I got you. I
All
got
right,
you. I'm
so-
gonna play it. I'm playing after we turn the cameras on. The dopest thing about Bo, though, like, you know, he introduced me, our man's right here, Chase, and like he's got a hell of a resume too. And we gonna chop it up. But
Yes.
I don't just play my music. Like I get that a lot already, where they're like, just play this, and I'm more interested. What are you doing with it? Like I almost don't.
Right.
It's not that I don't care how it sounds, but it's like, what are you doing with it?
Yeah.
And honestly, and if it sounds good and you're not doing anything, you just piss me off.
Period. Period. You just depressed the mess out of me.
So
For
I
real.
love the fact that you always pushing me. Hey, play this, play this.
Yeah,
Hey, this is this
man.
person. He doing this, that. Play your record. Thank you for
Yes.
believing me. That motivates
Definitely.
me. That keeps me going.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate you. I appreciate having you on the Academy. I gotta tell a funny story before I let you go. So when I approached you, you know, a warm welcome. You invited me to your home. I was like, hey, I'm doing this Academy. And you was like, oh, I have experience on academies and whatnot. And I had asked you, I was like, so when I announced the Academy, would you like for me to have you anonymous? You know, I don't want you getting the calls and the threats. Do you remember your response?
Oh, hey, I wish someone would call it. Man, can you picture someone calling me with a death threat? Dog, what? You gonna kill me? Nigga, I'm gonna kill you, nigga. How about that? Come see me, nigga. It's 2022, nigga. You don't think I can spoof this phone, nigga? I know right where you at, man. Look, see, down there got me cussing. and
Now
stuff.
I got you.
But dog, can you picture that? Can you picture somebody calling Bo James of
You
all
didn't
people
vote for me, Bo.
with a death
Why
threat?
didn't you vote for me?
Because you suck. Nigga, come see me. I'll get you right. I mean, like I said, I don't even take none of that personal or nothing like that. I don't mean anything personal, but it is what I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And dude, if someone tell you suck, really that's good news because you can get better. Now
got
you know
room to
you
grow.
need to get better.
Yeah.
You know
don't-
what I'm saying?
Like I said, you don't want to hear that you're great and you're not doing anything with it.
Thank you.
Like that's like I said, that'll piss me off. I don't want to hear your song if you can't tell me what you've done with it.
Yes. So,
All right.
but man, yeah, I forgot I said that. But,
That had
but
me
yeah, that
rolling.
was-
He said, "Joke's on you," and now I'm blowing your phone up.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
calling you back.
dog,
No, where you
man.
at? I thought you was on your way. I'm outside your house.
Right. Like, what? Really, dog, I thought about that. I was like, imagine that, though. Really imagine that. Dude.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been another episode of Talking Top Tier. I'm here with your man's Bo James. Thank you.
Oh, man, much appreciated for sure.
Thank you.
For
thank
real,
you.
man.
Excited for the
again,
music awards.
Yes, very, very, man. October 30th, it's going down, man. It's on and cracking. Let's make it happen.
Let's get it. Bars.